Hello my dear students, welcome to this session. This class is about uniform circular motion and the topic is banking. Now in the previous video on the same topic, I discussed about many terms like centrifugal forces and other certain technical terms. You can see it in the I button, and also I give it in the description box of this video. Now let's begin. Now what is banking? This is obviously not about withdrawing money or depositing money. This is a technical term which means leaning of a passenger, a rider, towards the center of a turn. When a rider tries to travel along a turn of a path, he has to lean towards the center of the turn. He has to lean towards the center. Jhuk jana, jhukna, towards the center of the turn. Now why does it have to do so? In MotoGP, it is a famous competition. You often see that the bikers during traveling along a turn often lean towards the center of the turn and almost they lie on one side. Their knee touches the ground and that knee drags along the ground. When they travel, they cover that turn. Now why does the rider do so? Suppose this is the vertical line. This is the original position of a rider. When he has to travel along a turn. Now if this is the turn, the center is here and he has to lean towards the center. That means the leaning position is like this. And the angle with which the rider has to lean is called angle of banking. Let's consider it is theta. Now the rider along with the vehicle obviously applies a force on the ground along this line, and immediately the ground applies a reaction force in the opposite direction. Suppose this reaction force is R. According to vector rule, you can resolve this reaction force into two components. The component along the angle is cosine and this component is sine. Since this component acts towards the center of the curved path, so this provides the necessary centripetal force. Centripetal force is a kind of force which always pulls the traveling particle wherever it is towards the center of that curved path. Always it draws the particle towards the center. The actual tendency of the particle at any position during its traveling, if it travels this way, then at this position the actual tendency of the particle to move along the tangent drawn at that point. Here he actually tries to move this way or here this way, but due to this pulling force of the centripetal force, the particle has to change its track and to move inwards towards the center of the curved path. Otherwise, it will travel straight forward and cannot continue along this circular path. So here in this case r sin theta provides the necessary centripetal force. Now in the previous video we have learned that centripetal force is equal to mv square by r, mass of the particle, speed of the particle at any position, radius of the curved path. So in this case r sin theta provides this force, so r sin theta is equal to mv square by r. And what is the effect of r cos theta? It actually balances the weight of the rider. Always weight acts vertically downwards, so this component balances mg. If you divide this by this, you get tan theta is equal to v square over rg. Now when the track is constructed, the r is made fixed, g is locally constant, so tan theta depends on v. As the rider increases its speed, he has to lean more. As he increases his speed, he has to lean more, and that we observe in MotoGP. At the turn, the bikers have tremendous speed. When they cover the turn, they actually do not have to decrease their speed, otherwise they will be trailed backward. So they have to maintain that speed, and with that tremendous speed, when they have to cover the turn, they have to lean more. The theta will increase. As a result, their knees almost drag along the ground. There is kneecap to protect their knees, otherwise it will be a devastating accident. So we can write theta is directly proportional to v. As speed increases, the leaning angle will be more, should be more. Now what will be in the case of four-wheelers? Because four-wheelers, the drivers of the four-wheelers cannot lean their vehicle as a cyclist can or as a biker can. A four-wheelers driver cannot lean their cars towards the center like this, towards the turn like this. You often observe in the hilly road, on the mountain slopes, you often see this kind of road. After every 50 or 60 or 80 meters gap, there is a turn like this. There is deep gorge at the edge of the hilly path, and the cars travel like this, along this way. At the edge there are guardrails. Now in the case of four-wheelers, the vehicle cannot lean itself towards the center. So make it convenient, the road is made inclined. The roads are constructed in inclined pattern. At the edge of the road, this side is made slightly up and the inner part slightly down. so that when the vehicle is on the road, automatically the vehicle leans towards the center, because this is the turn, so its center is somewhere inside the curve. So automatically the car leans towards the center of the curve. Now in this case, if you divide various forces, if you draw the action of different forces, this is the car. Now obviously this is the surface on which the car is, so the surface applies the normal reaction in this manner, and the weight always acts vertically downwards. This is the angle of inclination by which the road is made banked. If this is theta, then by correspondence this is theta, and this angle is vertically opposite. This angle is vertically opposite to this angle, so this is also theta. If you resolve this normal reaction into two components, so this component must be n cos theta and this component is n sin theta. So this n sin theta acts towards the center of the curvature. This is the curvature. This is somewhere here the center is. So this n sin theta component acts towards the center. That means it provides the necessary centripetal force. So we can write n sin theta is mv square by r, and n cos theta balances the weight. If you divide these two, you get tan theta is equal to v square by rg. Now if you numerically compare these two relations here and the previous occasion when we were discussing about a cyclist or a biker, then also we get the same relation. Tan theta is equal to v square by rg, from where it is known that theta is directly proportional to v. That means if the rider increases its speed during covering the turn, he has to increase the leaning angle of banking. There also the same relation, we can find the same relation, but there is a basic difference. What is that? In this case, this rider is independent of increasing or decreasing the banking angle. The angle in which he leans towards the turn, he is independent to change the angle. As he increases his speed, he leans automatically, he leans more towards the center. In this case, the road has been constructed. Already the road has been constructed making a fixed angle. So the leaning of the car, by the leaning angle of the car by which it leans towards the center is made fixed automatically. That means in this case theta is already constant. So comparing this relation, these two are constant already. So theta, since is constant, v also is constant. That means in this case the rider has to maintain a particular speed, and that is displayed on certain boards fixed at the edge of the road. You often visit many tourist spot in hill stations like in Himachal Pradesh or Sikkim, then you must see that there are certain boards fixed at the edge of those turns, in that direction, also in this direction for the returning traffic. And there the maximum speed limit is displayed. So the riders, the drivers have to be conscious, have to be careful about that maximum maximum speed limit. For theta is constant, v is also constant, so the rider has to maintain that maximum speed limit since theta is fixed. Okay. Now what happens if the driver disobeys that caution? What will happen? Let's draw the car again. This is the angle of banking or angle of leaning. Sorry. Now, this is the normal reaction. This is n sin theta and this is n cos theta. This is theta. This is mg. This is theta. Okay. Now, when the rider exceeds that particular speed limit displayed at the edge of the road, at the edge of the turn, immediately centrifugal force starts acting away from the center. Centrifugal force is something which is a funny kind of thing, because there is no such existence of that kind of force, but it seems to us that something is there which always tries to move the particle away from the center. In washing machine, when the drum rotates at a very high speed, all the water droplets along with the dirt starts moving away from the center, which helps the clothes to be washed from the dirt, to be free from the dirt. So that kind of force actually does not exist, but it seems to us that exists. We will discuss later that topic. So centrifugal force is numerically equal to the centripetal force, but it acts away from the center in the direction opposite to the centripetal force, and it always tries to move the particle away from the center. In this case, when centrifugal force acts, it tries to move the vehicle away from the center. That means the vehicle starts skidding away, and it gradually starts reaching towards the edge of the curved path on the hilly road, which will be extremely dangerous. Now, for protecting the car from that force, immediately the friction comes into action. It is F. And if we divide this frictional force, this is theta, so this is theta. So F cos theta, and this is F sin theta. If we consider various forces in same directions and balancing them, what do we get? They are n cos theta, and downward direction the mg and F sin theta. So we can write n cos theta is equal to f sin theta plus mg. Also in the left hand direction, n sin theta and f cos theta, and these two forces together will provide the necessary centripetal force. So n sin theta plus f cos theta together is equal to mv square by r. Now if you manage this equation like this, n cos theta minus f sin theta is equal to mg, and n sin theta plus f cos theta is equal to mv square by r, and try to solve these two equations. Then if you multiply the first equation with sin theta, if you multiply the first equation with sin theta, second equation with cos theta, what you will get? N sin theta cos theta minus f sin squared theta is equal to mg sin theta, and here f sin theta cos theta plus f cos squared theta is equal to m v square over r cos theta. Now if you subtract this from this, these two will cancelled out, and if you take f minus f as common, then sin square plus cos square is equal to 1 is equal to there mg sin theta minus m v square over r cos theta. Now if you divide both sides with cos theta, you will get this. From here, mv square by r is equal to mg tan theta plus f upon cos theta. Now if you do a small modification in this case, if you divide both sides with m g, then you will get mg, so v square upon rg is equal to tan theta plus f upon mg cos theta. If you compare this equation with the previous equation for a cyclist or a biker, then you will get a tan theta is equal to v square over rg, and this will give the clear indication that when friction comes into action, you can increase your speed a little more. Why? Now in this case, v square by rg is not only tan theta but something more. Here only tan theta, but in this case tan theta plus something. That means the value of this as well as the value of v can be made slightly more. That means when friction comes into action, when you exceed the car's speed beyond that displayed limit, then friction comes into action and you can still increase your car's speed up to another increased limit, but you must not exceed that second limit. when friction comes into action, you must not increase your car's speed beyond that second limit which is allowed by the friction. If you do so, there is nothing to protect you. Then the car will completely reaches the edge and will fall down the gorge. So that's for all in this video, students. So thank you very much to all those viewers who have subscribed my channel, and thanks to all of you for watching and sharing my videos. Please watch, share and like my videos as much as possible. Thank you very much.